Hello everyone. Sorry I'm late. I know I said it would be 7:30 and I'm exhausted, but I promised I would deliver this video, so I'm going to do it before I go to bed. So the video that I attempted to do on Instagram was about the young man who was locked up for assaulting the 7-year-old at City Spring Elementary School. And the controversy was he only received 90 days. So one of the allies of my organization, Voices, which stands for Voices of Individuals Changing and Empowering Society, Kirsty is a white lady who has a mixed son, and she's very interested in learning about the black culture to better raise her son, which some people take offense toward, but that's not the right approach. We should educate people about our culture, even though it's painful. So her issue was that, is a cycle, that the young man lost his life. He only does 90 days. When he goes to jail, he's going to have problems there. And the people on the page basically said she shouldn't have a voice because she's white and she doesn't have a right to say anything. As a people, I think we all can see that we are in a state of emergency. And it's not people like Kirsty that we should be attacking, especially when we have data proven that the white supremacists and the Aryan Brotherhood and the Aryan Sisterhood are very much active. They have an entire movement that they've done for 4 years, while us as black people who are so tough and so strong have done nothing. And it's not about coming and physically attacking us. It's about mentally attacking our minds, taking resources away from us. So we have to live like animals, like we are now, like savages, and we're killing each other because it's little for us to survive off of. Our children have no education, so they're making ignorant decisions. Are you following me? This is all not some type of coincidence that just happened, and we blame each other and we attack each other. And I get it. It's painful. It's painful. But the reality of it is most black men do not see 25. They spend their 18th birthday in prisons, and prisons are a business. And I keep bringing this up because until I see people protesting and working to deteriorate the entire the private prison system, I will not shut up about it, because it is $1 million system, and you have schools that are underfunded, you have houses that have been abandoned for decades, and yet the prison system is making money like clockwork. So, as a people, I heard today, united we stand, divided we fall. That's perfect. It's perfect because we're very much divided. We're very much in tune to what we want individually when we're not in tune to what we need to do collectively. We have to find some sense of unity. And we have to educate ourselves on our own culture. It's no secret that most of us wasn't taught the black history we needed to know to make better decisions today. So it's really no excuse. We can only teach ourselves now and teach our children better so they can make better decisions. But we being negative to other cultures who are interested is not going to help us, because it's people like Kirsty that have helped us with civil rights movements and marches and things like that. So again, please educate yourself on just the city you live in, because there's a lot of places us as black people we couldn't live where we stand at today freely and very ignorantly. So we need to get in tune to who we are, and once we tune that up, then we can, discuss, other people, how they feel about it, because I think that's irrelevant. We not seeing each other. We just kind of glancing at each other, whatever, I got this, you got that, and that's it. Because one of the things that people never paid attention to, maybe you did, but over the years, I listened in school and growing up as a young girl, all of the budget cuts from after school programs, the music programs, the step squads, and all of those things, and then teenage pregnancy that rose. So, everything is really a mathematic equation. If you do the math, this is the result. You have a lot of women and men who were mothers at young ages, who didn't have parents. They really don't know how to raise their children. And yet again, is no resources to teach anybody anything. And all of the negative stuff is primetime news, is number one on social media. Anything positive you can never find again. I've been watching that. Nobody tends to pay attention. I'm not saying don't be entertained or don't have fun, but don't have so much fun you ignore what's going on in our lives. We are living in a war every day. Every day that we get up. This nothing about this is normal. This is not a live, love, laugh situation, and it's bigger than Donald Trump. I mean, I just think the idiot is there just to open everybody's eyes, because again, we need somebody to blame. And I think we all are to blame for not saying anything. We all are to all to blame because we just brushed it off. Okay, our kids don't have money for schools. Well, that's how it is. They don't have any more jobs, so that's how it is. The rent is raising to a point where most people can't afford it. That's how it is. Historically, when certain cultures or categories of people, whether it's gay people, whether it's women, when something doesn't go the way that they would like, they fight. So as a culture, black people, we are fighters. So I'm really missing why we are not fighting, or why we think this is not a fight. The reality of it is we just gonna, that's just part of us. We have to fight. It's just not a laid back situation. We can't continue to walk through the world blindly, because we are being very much defeated every day. Every day that another young black man is his life is taken by the prison system. Every day another young girl is a teenage mother at a younger age. Every day one of the children become addicted to a drug. Every day that another young child is outside homeless, where they're not able to eat. This is not a problem of just that one person. It's a problem for everybody, because it can very much be you, or it can very much be someone close to you that has even been murdered in all of these horrible homicides. So we're definitely in a crappy situation here. But believe it or not, I still see that there's hope. I just think people need some sense of outlet, and that's where we start at, just giving people a voice to be heard, especially about positive things and shining a light on positive things. We will go out next month and do the march. We'll be on some part of North Avenue. Again, if you're interested, you will have to send me the message personally, and I'll give you the details. But it's just not something that we're going to advertise, because we're going outside to talk to the people outside. We're not going outside for the people on Facebook to meet us outside. We love all of the support, but the purpose is to talk to the people who probably have not always been homeless, or the young child who maybe just ran into a horrible situation where they have to come outside and beg for food every day. Those are the type of people we want to hear from as well, because we're all human, and we're missing that fact too. We're all human, and we can't look down on anybody for anything, and we just have to really start with a mindset change. The unity is not going to come overnight. We all just have to make a cautious decision, that we just want to do better, and we want to see better for everyone as a people, no matter how many mistakes that someone's made, because we tend to get punished for one mistake we made. That's our whole life. And again, this is all stuff that's been part of our culture historically. We deal with trauma and pain, and we bury it, and we just move on, and then we wonder why later on you are alcoholic, or you're addicted to drugs, or you're in an abusive relationship. It all is very much connected. So let's break the cycle. That was the name of my video. It was break the cycle. So I'm catching a summer cold, which is the worst. But I'm sorry I haven't been on for a while, but as my coach said, once I got started, I have to keep sending messages. So I'll deliver a message once a week. I'm not going to promise a date and time, but it will be definitely next week. I'll deliver another message. So please take some heed to what I'm saying. We do have to break all of these chains, because our culture is not just bad things. We're very creative. We're artistic. We need those things back. Music is a unifying communicator, and it's an outlet for most young black girls and boys and even all people. So our kids are the only ones who don't have that. We're the only ones left with making all this noise. I tell people all the time, if all of our problems got solved, well, who would be on the news? What would be the news? If we got off of social media, would social media still even be social media? So you can say a lot of negative things, but we very much make this whole system boom daily, and people eat very much daily while we're starving. So think about that. You want to starve or do you want to eat?